Hey guys, Dancin Deryl. That's the topic of this video. I think he's one of the most fun to play in Battlegrounds and probably one of the best. Well, I mean one of the best, not S tier. I don't think he's S tier, I'm not sure. But he's really fun, so I pick him even though sometimes I shouldn't. But there's definitely some strategy and it's not easy to play Dancin Deryl, but it's fun. So let's just get into the gameplay. So, here we go. Tokens. Always buy tokens. Well, not always. But you know, as a general rule, you want tokens. Tokens are awesome for Dancin Deryl, because you get +4/+4 for 3 gold, instead of +2/+2 for 3 gold. It's a big deal. And you get more money back, and that's really the big thing with Deryl. You want to cycle the minions, you know, you buy and sell them all the time. And getting 2 gold for 3 gold and +4/+4 for 3 gold instead of 1 gold for 3 gold and +2/+2. It's a huge deal. So stack those tokens. And I also locked Argent Squire, because Divine Shields is also something you really want to pay attention to and look for. If you can get them, they are insanely good. And here I have potential of buffing the Argent Squire, so I just go for it. Might not have been the perfect idea, but now I have a pretty good board. Everybody just leveled, and I have a 5-4 and a 1-2. I'm gonna win against everybody who didn't level. So I just buy one, sell it, and buy the other one. Hope that the buffs land on the Divine Shield, which they do. Excellent. And I freeze. So you might be thinking, oh, I should buff that 4-4 up with all I have next turn and make it like a 10-10 or something, but then you're vulnerable, you know. I could go for that. I could just buy 2 minions and sell all 5 and get 14-14 and have nothing else. But I don't need to. I don't have to rush it, because I'm pretty strong as it is. I might not win necessarily, but I'm not gonna lose. I mean, Hero won against AFK on turn 3. That's the strongest turn for AFK, you know? So I'm just gonna buy the 2 minions I don't want and freeze. It's definitely a plausible strategy to do that, but you lose 2 gold if you do that. So the option would be to sell the 3 worst, but then it's just a 10-10. It's good fair bit into the game, definitely. Just 1 gold to level, and I still have the gold to buy the 2 other ones. So I just keep building the board. I choose to place the weakest minions up front, so I don't accidentally get the Divine Shield on the ones that are the worst. The taunts are gonna die meanwhile, or maybe one of them will be alive, but yeah. Probably I'm gonna get the Divine Shield on 5-4 or 4-2. That's my hope anyway. This is looking like a win. Maybe loss? I don't remember the game exactly. But it's not if it's lost, it's not gonna be a big loss. Yeah, he has 1 token left. 4 damage. That's nothing. And now I'm gonna get a lot stronger. And I've been barely losing. So here I'm thinking, how much should I sell? If I buy this now, I haven't lost any gold, but the 11 isn't that big, you know. So I just sell. Oh, I choose to go the other route, basically. Just sell all the weak ones. Choose to keep the 5-4 and the 4-4 and the 2-1, because I don't want to be entirely bare. Now I have enough for a reroll and to buy 1 minion. So a good middle road. And I have a 19-19. That's gonna carry me through a lot. 8 health left on the board. Yep, easy win. Tokens! Ooh! As I said before, buy tokens when you can. And now I'm against Rafam, so I probably should put the token in first place, since I also don't want to give it Divine Shield anyway, so yeah, another easy win. Well, 5 health left isn't that easy. I don't want to have another big guy soon though. Maybe this turn even? I can buy 3, yeah, it's time. And here's another question then, how big do you want to make it? Do you want to make it as so big that it's gonna carry you, but you don't want to waste gold either, you know. So if you can get like a good in between there, so you can not waste gold and still get it big, that's good. So I still have 6 gold. I can get something, buy something more. Nothing really interesting, since I only have 5, I can only buy 1 anyway. So I might as well roll. Nah, not that good. I mean, they're not bad, but... And here I see the dragon. I figure the dragon... I mean, I've been barely winning after all, so I figure I'll buy that. That's the best one. I think maybe it would have been better to just buy the mech and freeze the dragon, so I can buff the dragon later. I think that might have been better, but I think I didn't want to take the chance. I think that was the wrong choice though, in hindsight. And here's the next big deal. You really want the swipes, and the Hydra is amazing. So I definitely freeze on Hydra. So maybe it paid off that I didn't buy the Divine Shield just by luck. But I think with the information I had, it might be the right thing to just buy it and get a triple. If you are unlucky and meet someone with an early poison, you might get slaughtered. But if you have time to build up more of a board, it might carry you to a win. And if you have comments about that, please tell me in the doobly-doo. I want to know if you think I did something wrong, or if I'm giving the wrong kind of advice as well. Maybe I have played wrong. Maybe I should have made different choices. I want to have a discussion about this. As you see, this is a pretty close game. Really close game. Turns out it's a tie, in fact. So I do need something else on the board pretty soon. And here I'm considering like how much again, the economy of it. Do I want to get 11, 13 and just not wasting gold? And just come to the conclusion that I want to buff it more. And as you see, I choose to even sell the dragon. That's still a pretty good minion after all. But I want the Hydra to be as good as possible, as big as possible. I choose to keep the Divine Shield, the 2-1, just because I have a 15-17, a 17-17, and a 19-19. So whichever it buffs, it's like it's another one of those almost. Not quite, of course, but it's a big deal. Ooh, another Hydra. I freeze. Oh, that lucky swipe there. Kill the 5-5 that wouldn't have killed otherwise. With that Hydra, it's making huge difference. Here you might think just start buying and selling again to get the Hydra as soon as possible. But I think, and that's the way I play it, I just don't do anything with it right now because I couldn't get it up that high anyway. I would have to sell 2. If I sell 2 of my minions, it could get 6-8 if I'm lucky. But 6-8 isn't worth anything at this stage in the game, you know. If I sell like, I could sell 4 minions, I guess, if I really want to do. That would be a 10-14. Maybe that's enough. I don't think so though. So I just took the best minions I could, in my opinion at the time, and just played them to just strengthen my board for this turn. I think I should have taken the 1-1 instead of the 1-2 though, because the 1-1 spawns another 1-1, but it's almost no difference, to be honest. Yes, it's a decently sized swipe. Nothing compared to mine, but it's doing a fair amount of damage there. But it's still no competition, really. Turns out. So maybe it would have been better to sell 2 and buy 1. Get more buffs on the Hydra for next turn. With a slightly weaker board for this turn. One we rinse and repeat. Get the Hydra. Just buy the 3 that I prefer to not buff. Well, I don't want to keep any of them though, so I guess it doesn't really matter. And then as soon as I have 3 gold again, I buy the last one. And here's the hard choice here. I was thinking if I wouldn't want to play the Houndmaster. Since I get taunt on the Hydra then. I reason that it's worth it, because it's gonna survive most attacks from opponents anyway. First attacks, that's the important thing, so it can do its first initial swipe, which is the important important swipe. So I just play it, and I just sell all the weak ones, or weak-ish. Maybe I should have sold the 2-1 as well, I'm not sure. Another Divine Shield, well, as soon as you get a mech, it's another Divine Shield. So I choose a freeze here. Divine Shields and swipes are really the big game changers most of the time. There are other cards, of course, that might be worth buffing if they have like a special effects. But if you're in a tight spot, you might just want to get anything that's got stats. I've been decently lucky in this game getting Divine Shields and swipes. But if you don't, you just need to carry yourself to do top 4 and hope for top 4 maybe. And then you should just take the things that you're presented with, you know. Each time you don't buy something means that you're re-rolling instead, means that you're not getting more stats on something on the board. So I buff the mech here to as much as I can with what I had, and I freeze. And I just place the guys that I had on the board. Trying to play around swipes in case they have them. And spoiler alert, but I'm not gonna do quite as good a job of playing around swipes later. But this is the first opponent that has really gotten off and really has a really good board with huge dragons and divine shields, you know. So yeah, this is when it's starts getting hairy, as they say. I'm still big and I have huge swipes and divine shields, so I'm still in the game, but just barely, to be honest. And he's scaling hard. And this is another like economics thing here. Now I'm at exactly 3. I could sell 1 or 2 more minions, but I prefer to. It's a decent size, so I prefer to just have keep what I have in my hand instead. And I play the weakest one here because I'm pretty confident I'm gonna beat Toki pretty easily. So no reason to play the big one. I can just sell the 2-1 next turn instead to buff something. Here I'm thinking of leveling, or if I should just buy things or roll to try to find something good to buff up. And I choose to roll once, and I choose to not buy anything and level of these and level up. I'm not sure why. I think maybe I'm looking for a mech specifically, but the tokens are so good, so I think it might have been a mistake. I think it would have been better to buy the tokens and not level. There's not much on level 6 that I really want to get. A lot of wasted gold. I mean, the board is still pretty strong, but I do have to think of the other guy. He needs to buff his attack on those demons. If you get those demons, it's not really worth it unless you can buff the attack. As you see, he just gets owned anyway. He didn't quite die, but still, they didn't really do anything. If someone is playing demons with jugglers, then they can be worth it just on their own, I guess. I'm thinking, should I wait, make it even bigger? Nah. I think I should probably have taken Foe Reaper instead, in retrospect. I was thinking that she has big dragons, so I want to have a poison to kill those big dragons, or her big dragons. But they have divine shields, so another swipe with Foe Reaper would have been much better. So I'm starting to see that I'm in trouble here. So here I started like realizing that this is not gonna work. I need to change my plans. It's sure I barely lost, but he's scaling more than I am still. So next time it's gonna be even worse. I know this at this point. Yeah, that's a big mistake. As I was talking about, I mean, the Foe Reaper and the Imp Mama are good targets to level up, but all the other tier 6 minions are pretty much junk at this point for Dancin Deryl. All the good ones are tier 4 and lower, almost all at least. I mean, the Divine Shields are so good and the swipes are so good. Sure, on 6 you have Foe Reaper and Imp Mama that are also good, but on 5, not really anything. So you probably want to just stay on 4, unless you're really far ahead early. then it might be worth going up to 6 to get the Imp Bomb and get the 4 Reaper. Oh, I guess if you get a triple on 4, then maybe it's worth leveling to 5 so you get a 6 instead. But no, you can't dance on it. No, it's pointless. Yeah, I should have stayed on 4. Then maybe I would have won. Spoiler. So at this point I'm thinking I have to have a ghoul to be able to win this. Here's another thing. I think this was also a mistake. I choose to sell that and get Nadina. That's the name, alright? Nadina, yeah. But just because it's more stats on the board. But I could have rolled more for ghouls instead, or something else, something useful, or bought a minion and just kept it earlier for that minute, so I can buff something next turn. There are several options here that, yeah, I don't think I made the right choice. Let's just put it like that. Okay, so now I made the sad face because I thought I was gonna lose, and it soon turns out it wasn't really that close actually. I mean, maybe I was lucky. I'm not sure actually. Maybe I was lucky, but I have, yes, a huge demon, but it doesn't have any attack, so it doesn't matter really, you know? It's pretty close, but yeah, he's dead, so it doesn't matter. Now, oh, I found a juggler. I found a ghoul. Exactly what I wanted. So how do I use it against this dragon player? I'm not sure. I think I did the best I could here, though I'm gonna lose anyway. So you'll soon see. So if you have an opinion, how should I have put it right here? Where's the best spot for the ghoul? Or you know, whatever changes I could have made to have the best chance of winning here with the information you have right now. Soon you'll see how the board has changed, but with the information that you have right now, how should I have placed this, and what should I have done to have my best chances of winning? I'm not sure. I might have made a mistake here, putting it on the second spot, but I'm not sure. Tell me in the comments. What could I have done different to win this? With the information I have right now, that is. I mean, soon we'll see what the board looks like, and everything changes. You know, I removed 3 shields, but he got 4 new. If the ghoul had attacked 1 turn later, maybe I would have been able to win this. But I couldn't know. Or should I have known? Should I have thought maybe he has 2 Nadinas and placed it later? I'm not sure. I want to know. Tell me in the comments, please. And tell me all my mistakes. I really, honestly want to know. I do really want to know my mistakes. I want to know how to get better, if you have any tips for me. Hopefully you learned something from this video. And hopefully you enjoyed it. If you want to have more like this, just tell me in the comments. And have a chat with me. We can talk strategy and talk about how to play Dancin Deryl the best. If you want to see any other guides and commentaries on other heroes, tell me which ones you prefer, and I'll make a video about it. So thanks for watching.